button is being depressed as soon as I change the date.
Don't forget your hat.
Oh, yeah. Who needs a stinking hat?
I like that YouTube video about the Catholic thing.
About what?
The guy who was looking on the website and trying to find a woman, but it actually turned out to be a guy. And the other guy thought
Catfishing website?
Yeah, and the other guy thought he was getting a woman.
Viva la Dirt League. Yeah.
But they ended up being both guys. I always wondered, when I'm on on websites and talking to what I think is a woman,
Yeah, it's not.
Is it
right,
really
quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. 7 years plus and still running. Who'd have ever thought they would last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours for doing this for 7 years.
Plus.
On the daily.
Still going. Yeah. That's right.
Don't know why or how.
Oh.
We couldn't do this without you guys for some
That's right.
odd reason. Yes. Thank you.
Welcome to today's show. It is Monday, June 20th, 2022. And happy Juneteenth to those of you who actually get to celebrate this new federal holiday. But most likely, most of you folks are actually still out there working the grind because nobody's passed any laws allowing you to take the frickin' day off.
Hey, man. Just remember, this federal holiday is related to that state that I live in, Texas. And the Juneteenth is the day. So June 19th, 1865, a couple of months after the Civil War was ended, Juneteenth is the notification that, hey, slaves are all free. It's a national embarrassment. It's what it is.
Yeah, well.
For lots of reasons.
That's neither here nor there. That's right.
Oh, that's what the holiday is, Juneteenth.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but that's not exactly how things happen in history. We both know that.
Well, yeah, it takes time but 2 months after the first notification that slaves are freed in Texas. 2 months after.
Yeah. But welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Monday. I got some idiot calling me. And I don't know why that. I don't know why that went to the phone and rang there. It shouldn't be ringing there. It should be just ringing in my ear. But probably because I'm using the microphone and everything for this stuff, so it just went right to the phone. But I got some breaking news, not quite official yet, but we'll be probably running some events out in Snug Harbor coming up next month.
Oh,
because
excellent.
Snug Harbor is going to appear in the monthly fishing contest.
Nice.
As well as it is Lord British's birthday. And I've been told that they want to do some dev-hosted events during Lord British's birthday month. So I have volunteered my town and myself to help run at least one of those events that we'll probably be doing out at Snug Harbor. So stay tuned for those updates. And once we have that all fleshed out and I know exactly what we're going to be doing, I think we may be running a fishing contest for, of course, the being on the monthly fishing list, as well maybe doing a scavenger hunt for Lord British's birthday. And who else knows what we're going to be doing? But if you got any ideas, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what your ideas are. If you want to lend a hand, extra hands are always welcome to help run stuff like that. So let me know, and we'll keep you up to speed once we have that information all.
Once you figured out what you're going to do.
Well, yeah, and I know I'm probably going to be doing the scavenger contest and the fishing contest. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's just a question of what else we may run along with that, because there are only select dates for Lord British's birthday.
Yes. And his birthday really is on July 4th.
That's right. Which makes for a big event. And if you want some Lord British gear, just wait till next month, and next month they'll be putting it all on sale. If they don't put it, well,
hopefully, if they remember,
it'll all go on sale. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday on the 30th, most likely.
If they remember, I mean,
yes.
It is.
Dark Blue Monkey, I love that intro.
Yes. Good afternoon, gents, ladies, others, and small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri.
That's right. Yes. Maynard, what's going on, dude?
What was was Dark Blue Monkey Star? What's the name of that movie? Star something or other, where the kids playing the video game.
Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter.
Yes, the Last Starfighter.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom. Yes.
Yeah, and he says the Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
So is that where you're getting it from?
Yes, that is where that is coming from.
That movie was the first widespread use of CGI in a movie, and now you look at it and it's like no texture, no anything.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
It's a good movie, though.
He says, no, I just picked 3 words.
Oh, you just picked 3 words? It sounds like it came from The Last Starfighter.
Although that was a cool movie. Gotta give it its due. Last Starfighter was a pretty cool movie. Especially for video game enthusiasts. It was a precursor to Ender's Game, which was really the bitch of video games and movies.
Well, wasn't Ender's Game written in like the 60s?
Well, for a movie format, actually no. Ender's Game, it was written in the 80s, I believe. That's William Gibson. In the 80s. And of course, there was no such thing as video games in the 60s. So if William Gibson was...
Well, there were, but yeah.
What? No, they were pinball machines. They weren't video games. Pong didn't come out till 1972, I think.
Wait, hold on. Now I'm gonna have to go fucking first video game. Dun 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 dun.
Either
dun.
Pong or Space Invaders.
October 1958, the very first video game was created.
And what video game is that?
Hold on, that's on Physics Today.
Pong?
It was a very simple tennis game, so very, very similar to Pong.
So it was Pong, basically.
Well, it was a tennis game,
Yeah.
but yeah, essentially Pong.
First video game usually cited as Space War.
Uh,
Yeah, well, see,
Let's see.
the definition of video game has changed. You know, if it was a text-based game on a video screen, could that be considered a video game? I consider video games
Yeah.
something that have graphics that you interact with. You know, although I played a lot of text-based games before we had moving objects and shit like that, you know,
Hey, stuff.
stuff. Anyway, moving right along, let's get to some of today's topics. Zork.
Okay, are we going straight to the Tweeterverse to show that nothing will change? Nothing will change.
Nothing will change, including updates.
Nothing will change. Oh, no updates there. And nothing on the official Shroud of the Avatar page either.
Advent or
Nothing.
adventure? I know there was an adventure video game, which was
something.
By the way, do you guys know that there's a new Indiana Jones movie coming out in 2020?
Yes, it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But yes.
There is supposed to be. It was just called Advent at first. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes, there is supposed to be one more installment of Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, it's finished filming.
Of which Harrison Ford did break his something or other. And
His
had
leg,
to continue
didn't he?
filming. Yes. He did things.
That cranky old fuck still fits in the costume, so.
Hey,
I'm sure they just made a new costume for him. I'm sure he's not wearing the same costume.
He actually tried on his old costume and it fit.
Really?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
or he pulled it out and tried to put it on and then had to take it off and grab a new shirt. Hey, that would interject some humor into it.
He belongs in a museum. Yeah. But we were talking about titles and renowned titles and all sorts of other stuff when we last left off here. So let's pick up where we left off, do a quick recap.
So Anpu wants a thing to where, based off of your current highest, if your virtue is positive, which means you would have the white cloak, you would have a title for the highest virtue that you have, and if you were negative virtue with a black, you would have the negative virtue also associated there. He doesn't have one for the true neutral because it is possible to get.
He's got 6 listed here.
He's got 6, but he doesn't have the 7th, which would be the true neutral.
Yeah, that's
you have
hard
balanced
to achieve.
Your virtue. No, it's not that hard to achieve. Remember, I have done it.
Okay, yeah, so have I. It's hard to keep.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
It's hard to keep. Yes. Well, it's actually really easy to achieve, maintain it, as long as you don't
do anything
introduce
in the game.
Yeah, you don't do anything in the game, and you don't interact with vendors by telling them your name. But yes.
Well, you tell somebody your name, then you lie to them.
Yeah. Well, you lie to them first. But yeah,
Either
so
way, either way.
which post are we going to?
We were on that post.
Okay. So that's the recap of that post. That Sean God's like, overall, I like the idea. I just want to clarify: would the title change as their virtue changes? Yes, it would be based off of the highest level of your virtue.
highest positive or lowest negative.
Yes. And that's what Ampu says. Kashiva comes back with, I like the concept, but I think the virtue system is an area of the game that needs a lot more transparency before we start branding people with titles for supposed choices they make. When the game gives you zero feedback about which choices have impact either before or after you make them. When you suddenly see one of your virtues drop for no reason, you can think of just failing the daily test, or back when it was good item to actually wear, seeing your shroud change color. And there was no correlation. Well, so remember, no one knows.
You just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. No one really knows to this day on what the courage is actually tested upon.
I know when I go to the things that tells you if you're being honest or not, it gives you rewards.
The Oracle?
Yes.
Yeah, the Oracle. You go there, and when I don't know how many times I've gone there, and it asks me about truth.
Yes.
I've always, as far as I know, I've been truthful for I don't know for forever, but it always thinks that I'm been untruthful. So I'll say if I say no, if I say yes to being truthful, it says, "Oh, you're not truthful."
You've been a bad boy, Lomir.
Yes.
Like, okay, tell me what I've done to be untruthful.
Yeah, so you just got to get to where I and most other people are, where you just answer yes because you've got all your virtues in line and they're all yes, and you get your bonus every day.
Right.
Well, or you just say no because you haven't done anything. And Dark Blue Monkey is like, hey, this is very Ultima 8th, although the feedback was, thou hast lost an 8th. That was the only feedback whenever your virtue changed.
Ultima 4.
Ultima 4, sorry.
And I lost an 8th, man. That's not right, man. I got to find that 8th.
Yeah.
Missing an 8th, man. It's not good stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You lost an ounce.
No, an 8th.
1/8 of an ounce?
Yes.
Okay.
That's still a lot.
It's not even a dime bag, man.
It's more than a dime bag. Trust me.
Tell
him, Threadia.
Is a dime bag actually 1/10 of an ounce? I have no idea.
A dime bag actually was never actually a real measure. Back in Brooklyn, we had a tray bag, a nickel bag, a dime bag, and then it went up. Then it used to go up to a 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, full ounce. But then somebody changed it when they started making that really strong stuff. That they started selling 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, ounce. And then there's the 8th, which is an 8 ball, which Maynard is pointing out. Yeah, which
isn't that like 3 drugs mixed together?
No, that's 3.5 grams of cocaine.
What? It's just 3.5 grams of cocaine?
That's what an 8 ball is. Yes.
Okay. See, I thought it was like a mix of things.
No.
See this. This is
what happens when you don't do drugs as a kid. Yeah, that's right.
Don't do the drugs. So it's like, yeah, I don't know these things. I have to ask an expert.
Yeah, and like other things, if you bought a gram at a time, it was better to buy an 8 ball because you got a better price than if you bought a gram at a time. Just like anything else on the market. Yeah.
Yes.
But I digress. The topic on hand is not about how much experimentation and fun I had as a child. As should I say, a younger man, not a child. I wasn't doing drugs as a child.
Yeah.
Laz's kitchen life is showing. That's right, Necronut. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. Is grilling and chilling, been there, done that. Product of the '70s and '80s. Yeah, I lived in Brooklyn, New York City, and believe me, didn't have to go far. And matter of fact, if you needed something, all you had to do was come up my neighbor's stoop, knock on my window, and I'd sell it to you out my window, for crying out loud. If that tells you how much I knew and what I was doing. But those were the good old days. The door was
Yeah.
never locked. The party didn't start till the bars closed. Actually, the party just didn't stop in those days. We'd go on for weeks on end. But but yes,
I was the '80s. I was playing a lot of soccer and going to a lot of metal shows and other things
yes, I
in
lost a
school.
couple of years in the '80s, Maynard. I tell you what, there's a couple of years that aren't just a blur. I just don't really recall too well at all. But
Yeah.
that's another story for another day. Catch me in person one day, and I'll tell you some fucking stories. I tell you what.
Yep.
Yeah, but in comment to Necro Nut and grilling and chilling, in the restaurant business, you always kept your Coke in the refrigerator or the freezer,
Yeah.
and you all know why.
Hey, yeah. So going back to this virtue shit, Kashiva's like, when you suddenly see one of your virtues drop for no reason, you just think of failing the daily test, or back when it was a good item to actually wear, seeing your shroud change color, and there was no correlation. Asking the Oracle on one such occasion, I was told, I ignored the plight of others. So basically, I walked within bark distance of someone who was asking for help and was on my way someplace and didn't stop. Or probably didn't even see it, since I keep my chat window usually set to whisper guild only, and I get penalized. I would hate to see my character have a big label on them for virtue decisions that aren't decisions at all. There's countless examples of quests where it's not even evident there is more than one way to do it. The quest journal rarely gives you any useful feedback unless someone tells you, oh, hey, you could have done that different. You'd likely never know. This is exacerbated by the fact that there is no real reliable way other than carrying the shroud or other artifacts around and using them as some sort of level stick to see what your actions are doing. Sometimes things that really should make a difference don't seem to do anything, where other things are downright baffling. It's further exacerbated by things that simply don't work as intended.
Yeah, before you get to this, we get to the spoiler.
Spoiler.
Before we
Yeah.
get to that, where she says, yeah, I walk by somebody barking. No, that's not the case. You spoke to the NPC, and it was either the
Yeah.
beggar who you didn't give a coin to, or it was the woman asking you to help her pay her rent, and you decided not to. It was an action you made. You don't get dinged just for walking by a NPC who's barking stuff at you. So just to make that a point there, you interacted with somebody and you failed to take action. Otherwise,
Shame on you.
otherwise we'd all be negative every time we walk past a fucking barking NPC. Absolutely.
And you didn't give him that gold coin.
Yeah. So spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler. We tested this extensively in offline mode, since you could view the virtue changers values in the save file. Going into a random encounter and killing a sheep hurts your virtue. Taking decorative props that are not obtainable in any other way sometimes hurts your virtue, depending on where you do it, and hurts your virtue irrespective of if the items are flagged as stealing or not. Telling some NPCs your true name increases your truth value, but not all. Not all. And no way to know whether which or which. Typoing when they ask your name tanks your truth virtue. Killing herd animals in an encounter hurts your virtue. And there's various other examples of just running around with immolate on can completely screw you. However, Killing Cobulus increases your courage virtue so much that even if you wanted to be a coward, there's simply no way to actually do it. Unless you decide to never kill anything and thus effectively not play. I tried for months to get my Shroud black again after it flipped to white during a dev summoned loads of Cobulus in town event. And despite doing everything I could try and be bad, it remains shiny white because of where I chose to fight. The fact that arbitrary combat kills swing it so much, whatever choices you made when you did the original questline are quickly eclipsed by later gameplay so as to be meaningless.
Good point.
Well, yeah. Yes. Oh, man. Now I get it. Some people want mystery and immersion, and that's fine. But personally, if you're going to put a sign over my character's head defining my choices, then they had better be my choices and not just a consequence of where my virtue scores ended up after years of random things happening. Look at Star Wars, The Old Republic, as an example, where each choice you made would give you a light dark indicator, and you could actively, deliberately choose how you wanted your character to develop. That is what it means to make a choice. Everyone says soda is about choice, and I always laugh because it isn't. It really isn't. The virtue system is extremely poorly implemented. Oblique and downright frustrating at times. And that's okay, since it's possible to completely ignore it at the moment. If that changes and we can't ignore it, then we need to fix it first. There's so much potential for what we could do, with virtue playing a key part in character development, but it needs to actually make sense and not be in a situation, for example, where stealing hurts truth virtue. Why is this? It makes no sense. I'm not lying or being sneaky. I'm stood right in front of the shopkeeper, just helping myself to their stuff. I could see it hurting love, blatant disregard for another person's property, or even courage, but I certainly wasn't being dishonest about anything. And almost all virtue changes in the game are equally arbitrary. So, I mean, yeah, it would be cool to have virtue be more important, but not as it's currently implemented.
Yeah.
Dark
Blue Monkey says it's almost as if the devs haven't really play tested the balance. Yeah. Things that make you go,
What's balance?
Yeah.
And remember, whenever we like talk about like half implemented game systems, this would be an example of it, right? No one really knows. The choices aren't created and put everywhere. The fact that, like, if I'm pulled into a scene and then I just run straight out of it, shouldn't that ding my virtue?
Well, Tina's got an interesting question, and I got to get a chuckle out of it. He says, how is stealing not dishonest? Well, if I just walk into a store and you see it on TV all the time, especially these days,
right
especially out in California. Yeah, I'm walking into the store, I'm walking up to the shelf, I'm shoveling stuff into my backpack. Am I lying to the guy and telling him I'm not stealing? No, I'm stealing. What's dishonest about, immoral maybe, but I don't know about dishonest. Lying to the cop saying, no, I didn't steal that, when they've got you on video camera with a smile on your face, that's dishonest. But I wouldn't say that stealing is dishonest in itself.
If you're honest about, hey, I'm going to take this from you.
Yeah.
And you take it.
I'm stealing this. And you see it on Facebook all the time. Hey, I'm stealing your meme. Yeah. Am I being dishonest by stealing your meme? I mean,
It's the same thing. Like if you're, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make a noise?
Does a bear shit in the woods?
No. but
But
trees definitely make sounds when they fall.
yes, whether or not
Are you
you're there to
sure?
hear it or not.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, because you could set up a control that would be impacted by a sound wave that could be captured.
Yeah, but
So,
something there capturing the sound.
Now, immoral, yeah. Dishonest,
well,
I don't know.
so that would be part of a problem with truth, love, and courage, as far as a virtue system based off of three things, because you end up with a limitation. It's even in Ultima. If we have the Ultima virtue diagram, okay. Let's see, where is it?
Mom, you're great. You're great, Mom. You should say that out loud.
Yeah,
The answer is yes.
I know that, you know.
yeah.
Mom
The
says if a man
Codex,
speaks and a woman isn't around to hear it, is he still wrong? Yes.
yeah,
If a husband misses his anniversary and his wife isn't around, is he still in deep shit?
yeah. So Laz, if you want to bring up the Ultima Codex image that I just posted, in Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where it
all
all comes down to. Yeah. In the center, you have truth, love, and courage. And then from there, everything else is based off around that.
So spirituality is number 7, right in the middle of all that, huh?
Yeah.
So what's out in the rift to the left and the right? Absolutely. I guess that's still compassion. Okay, I see. Honesty.
Yeah.
I see.
And I really don't understand some of these, where these lines are, because you end up with a lot of blank spaces.
Ding,
They're
ding,
they're color coded.
I'm aware. What are you saying, Mom?
ding, ding, ding.
Time
So
for a
I'm going nuts.
giveaway.
Are
Time
you
for a
are
giveaway.
you, did I even open it?
Time
Did
for
I-
Mom to try and win some bottles.
Did I close it? Did I trade something to Lomir because I AFK timed out and stood up, so I didn't even have to do anything? And why didn't my trade work? Oh, it just took its sweet ass time.
Treasure pile, you are the winner.
Well, thank you for that notification there that it was time for that giveaway there, Mom. Unfortunately, you did not win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got everything in scrolls the other day.
Okay. You got all the scrolls the other day, so you can teleport to all your friends.
Right. Hey, that helps for me getting zone location.
But yeah, when you start thinking, going back to this title thing, we end up with a serious deficiency within the existing 3 virtue system. So, yes. Even if you start thinking of all the Kabbalists, how many Kabbalists are there?
6.
And they're all named after anti-virtues. The best Kabbalist is Indigo.
Good shit.
Or whatever is. But yes, which means that you should have 6 positive virtues
to counter that.
And those should actually be the virtues that we're basing these things off of, not truth, love, and courage. But yeah. But going back to this, which post do we want to skip to, or do we just want to leave it there, because there's a lot of discussion related to this.
There's a whole lot of discussion on this. I mean, we can continue to go and point out, but everybody's pretty much on the same Adam Crow says the
Mhm.
idea in the OP is awesome and kind of ties into the great Lord Dreadlord concept of UO, which I love, but I love someone titles associated with something like this. But definitely agree it needs some work first. Absolutely. And of course, some people like it, some people don't like it. It's another one of those great ideas that'll never get implemented, and never say never because
Mhm. Yes.
Tina says everyone knows that indigo is used for making blue jeans, and blue jeans are associated with rock, and rock is the music of the devil. Nice work in there.
Right.
Nice work in there.
But his name isn't actually Indigo, is
Yeah.
it? It's in Indigno. It's actually Indigno or something like that. But yeah.
Let's get to achievements and titles
Okay.
on
Do we
the
have?
same line.
Yeah, it would be great to introduce artifact items or just special items into the game for the reputation rating of certain actions. For example, I caught 1,000 fish, get access to choice of a fishing rod with special parameters. The strength of the fishing rod is not restored. Tamed 100 animals, get a choice of a non-recoverable whip with special parameters. Such a system will force players to be more active in certain cases or the destruction of mobs. No, so the only way that remember, the item naming thing has only been talked about for the last 7 years.
The sword of skeleton slaying, the axe of leech slaying.
Yes.
That
has been talked about
hammer
for years.
of sheep slaying. Yes.
Now, the one caveat that I would actually say is that would have to be like if you did like the fishing pole of trout fishing, whatever, or trout catching, that would have to be like 100 consecutive trouts caught. If you had a sword of elf slaying, that would be like 1,000 consecutive elves killed.
Consecutive, so you can kill nothing
Consecutive.
else. There's no
That
way
is
you're going to
correct.
catch. There's no way
because
you're going to catch 100 trout consecutively. No way.
It's random. That's why it's very low chance.
Yeah.
But it would have to be like a consecutive integer of. I mean, you could make it like 20 trout. I mean, it's still extremely unlikely.
It's impossible. You're never going to catch 2 trout in a row.
Hey, man, Shroud math, you know how awesome it is.
Yeah.
It's possible.
But I would just like to see them stick with new titles every 3 months, because I've been subscribing since day one, and you're severely lacking on missing titles that us folks deserve. For like you're missing like 6 to 8 months worth of titles or something like that now.
Not
I don't
me.
know.
I'm not missing those 6 to 8 months of titles.
It's actually more than that. That's
Yeah, I know.
We're missing a lot of titles for the every 3 months new title thing here. Or did they just stop at 27 months because that was the average donator stopped there, and they didn't think anybody would go beyond that, so they decided not to give titles after that. The Rod of Duck Luffing? The Duck Slayer. And of course, Duke Gregor says, and retroactive for those who have fished and tamed in the past. Great idea.
But remember, it needs to be consecutive, because if you're going to get that label, and bonus, my elf slaying sword is a +2 to elf slaying, right?
Yeah, I don't think it should be consecutive.
It should definitely be consecutive. Otherwise, every single weapon I have is going to have a fucking title for slaying mobs.
No, because see, herein lies the rub.
Because When was the last time that my weapon was completely destroyed?
If you're out there killing stuff, okay, say you've killed, 20,000 elves and you've killed 20,000 skeletons, which way is your sword going to go?
Exactly. That's why it has to be consecutive.
Yeah.
And once it's accrued that title, that's the only time that it does. And you know what? You should also make it at that point not repairable.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with that either.
Yeah. See, but you want that notoriety attached to that weapon.
So what happens if I take my sword of Bahir and I use that for all my killing? You're going to tell me I can't repair it anymore? You can't do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. I know Shroud Mats is a killer, ain't it?
You have to like do things. Your sword of Bahir is an extra special sword, anyways.
Kinda says sitting on a chair crafting scrolls doesn't wear down your weapon.
Hey, but we do have to use the mortal and pestle of prosperity. Yeah.
This is whittled a few bows to toothpicks. Yeah, I like the bow of bunny slaying, Mom. I like that one.
Bunnies are evil.
That's right. Well, I mean, you are a part of a clan that's not supposed to kill wolves at all. And how many wolves have you slaughtered in Shroud?
Ever or just this week?
Just this week. I mean,
I lost count. And no one said we're not supposed to kill wolves.
And it says the sword of Bahir can't get a title. Why not? Sword of Bahir, Demon Slayer.
Sword of Bahir can't get a title because otherwise you do something with it and lose your whatever. I mean, it's already the best starting newbie sword. You can't even enchant the damn thing.
That was like the least specific statement I've ever heard.
Very, very unspecific. But like, how many people actually use a Sword of Bahir? Fucking no one. Sword of Bahir of fucking wolf loving doesn't make sense. It's the Sword of Bahir. It's already got a title.
I still think it's one of the best weapons.
And it's glowing. It is the best starting sword there is. The best starting sword.
Of course, if everybody wasn't an archer, it would be really great. But I don't know too many people who are really swords people these days. So halberds, bows and arrows. Yeah, I don't know many. What do you use?
Me? I don't want to get hit, so I use
bow and arrow
and run away. Yeah.
He doesn't.
Wait. How many mobs have I killed in the last month?
0.
Probably pretty close to that. Yeah. Bahir Sword of Poo Golem slaying. Yeah, but yes. But in order for that special title on a weapon, make it consecutive. That way it actually, because you're going to give a bonus to it for killing that mob. And then make it so that way it can't be repaired as well. Make it actually a rare. Because are there any actual rares in game?
Very few handful.
What?
Very few handful.
Would this be a way of creating rares?
Not really, because anybody can create them.
They would have to go out and slaughter if you wanted
if I really
slaying sword.
If I really wanted to do it, I could just spend all day doing nothing but attacking bunnies and only killing bunnies. If I wanted to do it, I could spend all day only killing skeletons. If I wanted to do it, I could spend all day only killing orcs. If I wanted to do it, I could spend all day killing dragons.
But 1,000 of them.
Doesn't matter. It can be done. It can be done. Now,
it can be done, but
catching 100 trout simultaneously.
That's where you also have to add the qualifier on there. that the item is no longer repairable at that point. So that way it does become something that's a little bit more rare and high there. I think that's Mom's way of saying move along.
I think the baby just decided
Came
to come
into the
say
room.
hello.
I'm training her young.
Yeah, feed me.
Yeah.
I'm home from school. Feed me.
But yes, rares have to be rare.
Yeah, but if anybody can make one, then it's not rare. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anyone can make one. If you go out and slay 1,000 of a particular item for a small bonus for killing that mob,
then
at that point, that item is no longer repairable, which means how many people are going to sit there and say, hey, you know what? I really want to keep this sword only, or this bow only for killing this one thing. Imagine that you're in combat mode and you accidentally tab target a bunny rabbit after killing 999 mobs. You just ruined your count.
Well,
and you have to start over again.
I don't see the point of going out to achieve an item that's going to get that, and then you can't use it anymore because it's non-repairable, and now you got to put the fucking thing on a shelf. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
Hey, which means if you paid attention to the durability and everything else before you did that process, you'd be able to maintain it close to that.
Well, again, that's debatable, but it's never going to happen because it's still only ever been talked about. Only ever been talked about
because, like almost everything around here, there's been lots of talk about like implementing game systems that would be fantastic, of which very few have actually been implemented, and fewer still implemented fully.
Let's talk about something that's never supposed to happen, but looks like it's going to happen. And we had a little discussion about this the other day, you and I. Well, this was something that was not supposed to happen. Apparently, it's going to happen, and we are actually all for it pretty much these days, including the addition of adding water lots to them.
No upgrade path for deed, keep, place anywhere tax-free.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, so yes, no upgrade path. There was an upgrade path if you had a founder's version, but not the place anywhere version.
There is an upgrade path if you have a founder deed, correct?
Yes. And alley-oops like verified that deed is missing from the spreadsheet. It should have a value.
First, let's just talk about what Jay's got to say, and then I want to point something out.
Yeah. My deed, keep, place anywhere tax-free cannot be upgraded, but my city deed can be upgraded all the way to castle. Alley-oop pointed out that this particular deed is not included on Algerian's deed spreadsheet. And if we look at the upgrade path, is there an upgrade from this tax-free city deed to a...
First off, it's a little confusing. Okay. There's no upgrade for my deed, keep, place anywhere tax-free. And you'll notice that he has got a founder's deed, keep, place anywhere tax-free water deed, which is under there. Then above that, he's got a deed, keep, place anywhere tax-free, which shouldn't even exist. First off, okay, there should be no such thing as a place anywhere tax-free non-water lot keep deed. Okay, that's the first point. And his upgrade path to castle from that is what he's complaining about. There is no upgrade path from the deed place anywhere tax-free to castle place anywhere tax-free. That is what the complaint is, okay? But you notice that he does have a founder's deed because you can see place anywhere tax-free water deed. And then he points out that he has a place anywhere tax-free city lot deed. that can be upgraded all the way to a castle POT tax-free, which is what the any place anywhere deed should be upgradable to a POT tax-free, but should not be upgradable to place anywhere tax-free. Okay, that is, yeah, you can get to the castle place anywhere taxed, but getting to the tax-free is what the problem is. Now, I just recently caught that because, again, I'm thinking, what is he talking about? And that makes sense. You can't upgrade to, again,
No.
first off, the place anywhere tax-free keep deed is a rare. You shouldn't have it to begin with. And I don't know how he got his hands on a place anywhere tax-free, because if you notice, going
Well, he
from,
upgraded probably to it.
no, because if you're looking at the upgrade path from the city and look at all the upgrades, there is no option for a place anywhere keep tax-free. There is no upgrade path to that. So if you look at the second,
hold on. Deed, city, tax-free, upgrade. Let's see. Place anywhere tax, up to your, I can upgrade to a keep from a city. Damn it. Thanks, screenshot utility.
place anywhere taxed, not tax-free.
No. I can upgrade to a deed keep tax, or that's POT. Oh, you're right.
I know I'm right. I know I'm right. Okay.
Yeah, there is no option to upgrade to a place anywhere tax-free.
So what he's looking to do is upgrade to a castle, place anywhere, tax-free, non-water lot. But what I'm saying is that this other deed that he has is a farce. This deed keep place anywhere tax-free shouldn't even exist in the game. The only tax-free keep deeds should be founder deeds that came with a Duke pledge. There was no other way to buy a keep deed. Let's see. Let's take a look in the store. Let's just verify that real quick.
Okay, so actually, that would be a Duke that was not a royal founder. Remember, you upgraded your accounts, so there is a way to get a tax-free keep deed that is not a royal water deed, and that was for the benefactor pledges that upgraded to Duke.
I don't know about that. Let's look at something else. Keep.
Yeah. Benefactor Duke. They did not receive a tax-free deed.
Deeds. Deed. Town. Village.
So,
row.
If you need to go to the Soda Wiki page, I linked that in chat.
Let's take a look at that.
That the benefactor Duke got a tax-free keep deed and a tax-free village deed. They did not get the tax-free water lot deed. So if we go to Duke Founder, that one receives the water lot deed, although it doesn't specify that. But yeah, that's what it is. He was a benefactor Duke, not a royal founder, or a founder Duke.
Okay, interesting.
So yes, that deed should exist in game.
Okay, so that's where it came from. But that's probably, I wouldn't say one of the rarest, but at that point, yeah, then there shouldn't be an upgrade path to the tax-free castle. But at this point, I think both of us agree that shouldn't be something stopping him. As well, I think we both agree that upgrades to tax-free water lot deeds, regardless of them being pledge items, and I know you all might be surprised at this, but there are so many water lot water lots available in static towns out there, let alone POTs, that the lack of water lots for
Well,
people to use
they
is just ridiculous.
well, what remember water lots were supposed to be the rarest, but when they were doing the land development,
Yeah,
they made a
let's
slot
go.
available for every single possible iteration of which majority of people put their deeds inside of POTs.
Come join me.
To what?
We're gonna go take a look at. You need to stand up once you. There you
Well, I'm trying to stand up.
go.
Takes half an hour to stand up.
Yeah. Rich Troll says castle spots are rare water spots. Really aren't. Well, they are when it comes to basically NPC
Well,
towns or
so at that's where we have to go back to the statement that I said when
Bento.
the
Thank you for the follow.
water lots were supposed to be the rarest lots around, but what they did when they are designing a town, several towns, they actually created a water lot for every single person that had a founder deed, of which majority of people did not take their water lot placeable deeds and place them on a water lot.
So, which one you
So
want? Port Miran or Esther Cove? Either one or the Brave Coast. Pick one.
It doesn't matter.
All right, Port Miran.
Oops. I took the wrong fucking boat.
Didn't have to worry. You should have just waited for me and you would have followed me.
Yeah, I know. I just double clicked. I double clicked on the wrong fucking boat.
Okay, now you're going to have to waste a scroll.
No, I'm not.
So let's see. Port Miran lots available. Let's see how many water lots are available out here in Port Miran. How about out of 89 available water lots, so mostly water lots.
Three are taken. 3, 4.
Yeah, most of them are available. Water, 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 water. And this is just one example.
I mean, that Rook Strife guy has several of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
One of them is a regular lot, which is a castle lot out here. Yes.
Well, 14 of the lots have been claimed.
Yes.
So 74.
74 of 89 available. It says so right down at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you'll notice there are a couple non-water lots out here, but for the most part, this is just one of the many towns that are water towns, and the lack of water lot deeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take this orange boat here and go out to Esther Cove. And we'll find out.
It's almost like some shit design was involved in these things.
So at this point, I think it'd only be reasonable that you allow people to branch out and get those water lot deeds. Now, do the place anywheres now fall into categories like Esther Cove?
Water lots? Well, as long as it's not a water lot.
Well,
66 of 72.
Yeah,
available.
Because there's only 2, 4, 6 people living in this whole town. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the castle lot already taken up. There's a water castle lot to be had. Let's see. Let's do it by lot type. How many castle lots are available out here?
I was going to go look at the Brave Coast.
Three castle lots available out here. One of which is taken, and then we can go out to Brave Coast.
Like I said, some shitty design was had, right? But you know what time it is, lass?
It's time for us to start wrapping things up as we just take a quick look at this town before we get out of here.
Okay. Hey, this is the first time I've ever been to the Brave Coast with
But,
40 of 55 lots available. And I received 255 gold. Oh, it's a PvP town. Damn it.
Yes.
Oh, damn it. I can't kill you. We're in a party.
That's right. Hey, I got my 250 gold.
And notice, what sword am I carrying?
I don't know. What sword are you carrying? The sword will be here?
I mean, it's lighting up, isn't it? Yes.
+1 because it's enchanted.
It's a light source.
Also a light source. That's right.
Yeah. But yes, it is time for Laz and myself to start closing some giveaways and drawing winners. And guess who's getting a bundle today? Who's getting a bottle? Mom, congratulations, you're getting a bottle. Tina, on the other hand, is getting a game key.
Look at that. Mom with the double win. Holy crap.
Yes.
Yeah. And
she's getting 2 whole bottles.
Man. Tina is going to be awfully hungry because he's going to be working on Cook, Serve, Delicious 3. They actually made 3 of these games?
Apparently. As we
Cook,
close
Serve,
our
Delicious
game giveaway.
$20. How the fuck is this $20? And Mom, mailing your stream.
Gorix is going to get himself a copy of Shift Happens. Shift Happens. Congratulations, Gorix. We'll get that right out to you in just a minute as soon as I validate.
Okay, there you go. There you go. $20 for that game. I can't believe that. That must be wrong.
Yeah.
Wait. Why does some of these streamer bundles have weights and others don't?
Hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
Wait one. All mine have a weight of 1.
Oh, maybe it was actually just a bug related to the way things were being displayed on my window.
Which means I should have just left that open because I got to send one to Mom. But we got to get out of here. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.